First of all, obviously, a lot of credit goes to Oregon. They have a fine team, and they obviously laid it on us today. And we knew we'd have to play really well to compete and have a chance to win the game. And they did a lot of things that made it challenging on us. So hats off to them. I'm proud of our team. We kept fighting. We had some opportunities there, especially in the first half, and some things going our way to maybe keep it closer and have a chance. But we kept playing through 4 quarters. That's hard to do when you get beat like the way we were. But I'm not going to let today, and our team's not going to let today diminish what they were able to accomplish over 13 weeks. We wish we would have played better today, no doubt. And I think the biggest lesson that we as a team and a program have to learn is when you play in these big stages, big moments, what do you have to do consistently? What do you have to give up to make sure that you can play your best? Because our chance was to play our best game. We didn't play our best game, and a couple turnovers and drop passes and penalties. We didn't play our best game. We needed to have a chance today, and so that's my takeaway: is what do we need to do as a coach to make sure our guys play their best game leading up to it from a preparation standpoint. So I'll open up with that.
Any questions? If you could please raise your hand so we can get a mic to you and identify yourself, please. We'll start here on the left, first row.
Coach Logan Stanley here in the Republic. Just ready to talk about what it's like to play in this game. Obviously not the result you wanted, but the whole atmosphere being here. Question for all 3 players as well. What is it like playing here at the Fiesta Bowl?
It was a great opportunity. It was a special moment. It was a fantastic, however many days we're here for 5, 6 days. The hosts were tremendous, and our players had a wonderful experience from helping with the Girl Scouts, and just the practice and the different things that we were able to do here. And I think also from a standpoint, just the extra bonding that you get with your team and doing something special like this is hard to come by at our level. And so we didn't take that for granted, and it was a wonderful week, except for the last 60 minutes.
Next question, please. We'll stay here in the center off to the right. We've got a mic coming to you, just a second.
Thank you. Emily Brown, the News in Advance. Questions for Tyren and for Kaidon. Tyren, you said before that there were times when you felt like maybe throwing in the towel, but you've come back year after year and are one of the older guys here. What was it like for you, especially going onto the field? And then Kaidon, given your background and getting that starting job kind of late compared to some guys, what was it like for you today to cap this kind of crazy season for you here, so each of you?
We don't usually base things on results. It's just, the process is what I can be grateful for and blessed to be able to say that I was able to persevere with the help of my parents and God. It was amazing to be able to close out your senior year in a Fiesta Bowl where nobody thought you should be there. Of course, it didn't turn out how we wanted to, but we had our opportunity, and that's all we can thank God for, is that we had our chance.
Can you repeat my question?
Yeah, just about you getting that starting job kind of late compared to some guys, and what it's been like that journey for you turning into the leader and capping it here.
Oh yeah, I mean, once I got this spot, I just knew that the team was gonna be on my back, and I had to do everything that I can do to put us in the best positions on the field. So I just knew that the team would move how I move, and if I go out and execute, and everybody keep my head up, the whole team keep their head up, and just keep fighting. And that was the plans today. Just keep on fighting. Win or lose, we just wanted to fight, and we came out, and it didn't end how we wanted it to, but nobody gave up, and that's what made me so happy. Like, I'm proud of our team for not giving up, and that's just what made me happy for real. That nobody gave up, and that showed that me being a leader and me keep bringing the juice showed that everybody was feeling off of me, and nobody gave up.
A question here, front row on the right.
For you, Jamie, you guys had that point, I guess, late first quarter where it's 4th and 2, right in your midfield, and you elected to punt the ball. Is that something that you wanted to have back? Is that something that made sense formationally in the moment? Take us through that decision.
Well, it was more about 4th and 3, and 2's normally our window to decide to go for it. And they said it was 4th and 3, and so I think it was 6 to 3 at that time, if I'm not mistaken. And so, looking back, maybe you wish you'd have went for it there, maybe because of the way the game went. I thought at the time, pedal back and maybe you got a chance to, get a stop, get the ball back there. But, hindsight for sure, I probably would have, went for it, even if it was 4th and 3 or plus. That's something we've done quite a bit of. And, I'd have done it again. We don't went for it.
stay here in the front row.
John Manson, a Sea Red, Coach Chadwell, and then also for the players as well. As you look back on the season, obviously you guys accomplished a lot this year. 13-1 and making it to the Fiesta Bowl. What will be kind of your main takeaway, main thing that you remember from this season?
Just the bond and the growth it took for us to be able to stay together through everything that we've been through. It's not easy to, get a new coach in January and then flip the whole roster before, fall camp. So just congrats, or hats off to these coaches, hats off to the teammates that bought in. It doesn't go without everyone buying in and trusting. So congrats to the guys too.
Yeah, basically like he said, just the bond that we was able to build so quickly. And they came in, the coaches came in January. We half our roster transfer. We bringing in players and it's coming from all over the world. Just being able to bond with them, getting to know a lot of our players. That was very important for us, and I feel like that's what got us here today.
Go to the back, far right.
Eric Johnson, WSLS out of Toronto. Coach, for you, it seemed like a lot of plays were going to bed good early in the game, those first two drives. Did you see something that you liked in preparation that you thought you could perhaps exploit there?
Yeah, I think we had some, we had actually had a good plan, when he was part of that, and just some different formations and things that they had shown. And, excuse me, the first drive obviously worked well. We had some things there. We had some other ones there, especially there in the first half. You look at it there, we had a great drive, and then we went a 3-and-out. We had a drop pass on the third down that could have extended that drive. And then we had right before halftime, it's 24-6, and we're down there inside the 30-something yard line, and we tip a pass up and they pick it off, and who knows, you score right there, you're down, you're in the ball game. And so I thought we had a good plan early on, but then when they got up so much, now you're just trying to make sure you can, stay in it. You might have to come away from it a little bit and put us in some situations that we didn't want to be in. But, you gotta, again, that was what I was more disappointed. Some of the things that we did ourselves that we hadn't done all year, really. And again, would that have made a difference in the whole scheme? I don't know that, but you don't drop that pass, and who knows what happens. We had a little momentum early. We had some momentum. 6-3 in the second quarter, and then they scored 28. And we didn't do much. So
Go back to the front row, right?
Kaidon, for you in particular, you're coming off the field and for the final time at the end of the game, and there was a lot of support and cheering and praise for you from the Liberty fans. Take us through what you noticed and what that meant for you.
It just shows how much love that our fans mean to us. And, they love us, win or lose, and that just showed right there. Just walking off the field, hearing my name and all the screams, knowing that we just lost, that brought me more cheer to me. I never had my head down after the game. I knew that our team did everything we could do to go out there and try to win this game. So I had no reason to walk off the field with my head down. And walking off the field, just hearing the crowd yell my name and give me the cheers and the praise, that felt amazing. But still, I just wish we could have finished this season better, and that's that. Yes, sir.
Go on the far right on the risers.
Dave Walls from WSCT Lynchburg. Question for both Tyren and Kaidon. You're both in very different spots right now. Tyren, you're a senior. This was your last game. Kaidon, this is your first year as a starter. But how excited are you to look forward to the future? Tyren, even just watching this team as an outsider, just knowing all the turnover that happened. Tyren, you've seen this program develop over the last couple of years to make this point. How excited are you to look towards the future and build off this?
I'm more than excited. I just told them that in the locker room. I was like, do not have your heads down. I was like, this is not the last time you guys are going to be here. We've done this in a short amount of time that we've been at FBS program. I'm so excited to see what God and Coach has to bring to this university. We're not done.
Front row here on the left.
Yeah, Matt Green, 24/7 Sports. Coach, just what made life difficult running the football today? I think it was your lowest total of the season.
Yeah, well, the challenge was the big in the box, and sometimes when we can hand it off and get some big yards, we're able to do that. Secondly, when you get behind, you get away from it, right? And so you're not able to really grind on people and some of those things. And so there's a combination of that. But, they were the best defense we played, and you have to really scheme them up and make some things happen. And and when you get behind the chains, get behind the sticks, you're not able to maybe do things that you would like to keep the clock running and get the yardage that you need. We had some big plays that happened, but they're few and far between, and there was a couple of times on drives there early, you're 2nd and 4 or 2nd and 5, and you got a good first down, and then you don't get nothing on 2nd down, now you're in 3rd and medium, and that's a challenge with the way they can cover. And so that was one of the things that, it wasn't the scheme they were doing. Our guys will tell you, we knew where they were at, and it wasn't anything they didn't show us that we were prepared for, but you have to be able to block them, and we weren't able to do that consistently.
Stay here on the left, second row.
Annie Corey, Liberty champion. Coach and Kaidon, CJ Daniels hit his 1,000-yard benchmark today. Could you just kind of speak to the difference he made today? It's some big catches out there, and the hard work he's put in throughout the entire season.
Yeah, CJ, that's my roommate, so like our bond is a little bit stronger than me and other guys. So just with CJ, he's like my man in the back pocket. When I know when I'm in trouble and things like that, I can go to CJ and I can trust him to make the plays that need to be made. And I feel like our coaching staff understands that. They understand that he's in the game plan a lot when running routes and things like that. But I knew it was his goal to be a 1,000-yard receiver, and we made that happen today. I didn't even realize until you just said it, but kudos to him. I'm very proud of him and everything he's done this year for us.
Back to the first row on the right.
Coach Chadwell, complete your first season here at Liberty, 13-1. How much can you use this year to kind of build off of moving forward as you continue to build this program?
Well, I think from a recruiting standpoint, obviously you have a chance to be on the national stage, you have the success, you have a chance to, hoist a conference trophy. So more people will know about us. I think the challenge for us is, and this program will be back on this stage. Mark that down. Conference USA will be back on this stage. We will be back in this. And the reason why is because today we saw how far we're away, and the guys that are returning and the guys we're bringing in, this will be our benchmark. And we're shooting for the college football playoff. And today is a great motivator because it tells us how far we are. We're away. We're far away right now. But we will be back on that, and I hope future recruits and people know that we're heading in a great direction.
Go to the far left here, fourth row.
Yes, Scott Tyson from Plainsville. Coach, and this is for all three of you. After 4 weeks of really unprecedented exposure to the university and the institution of Liberty, if you had one lasting impression, one last thing to tell maybe America who doesn't follow Conference USA as much as they ought to, what would be the one impression you would want to leave them from an institution and a university level?
I would just hope that Conference USA, out of some of the notable wins, even outside of us, other teams in the conference had this year, or the competition that they showed. I just ask, that they might get a little more respect. Conference USA is only going to get better. This team's only going to grow and get better. I'm excited to see how the conference does and how we do in the future.
You want him to answer too?
Yeah, kind of like Clarence said, just pray that Conference USA get more respect. Like, there's a lot of guys that are bounce backs that comes from the big P5 schools to the G5 and level and things like that, and I feel like we deserve more respect, and we just got to keep on bringing in the players that we need in this conference to be better and be able to compete against these P5 schools.
Go to the back riser on the left.
Coach, yesterday Robert Griffin III said that Kaidon Salter has the potential to come back next year and win the Heisman. What does that say about what he's already been able to accomplish this year and all of his untapped potential?
Well, that's obviously RG3 would know. He's a winner of that, and so he watched a lot of video, prepared to announce this game. So, excuse me, everybody that's followed us knows the ability and the talent that Kaidon has, and what he was able to display this year from week one all the way through tonight. And as he continues to develop, continues to buy into being a complete quarterback, buy into being the leader of this football program, and he's the face, right? He's the face of the football program. And with what we have returning, with him continuing to improve and working on the things he needs to do, I I have no doubt that he comes and has a fantastic spring and summer that he'll be right up there. He's one of the best quarterbacks in this country. We believe that. There was no difference from a talent standpoint. There was no different from a talent standpoint from the guy on the other sideline if you were watching today. And so that's the talent he has, and he knows what he has to do to continue to maximize what God's given him. And I'm excited about it because I know he's hungry to go get even better. And I'm looking forward to seeing how good he gets.
We'll stay here on the left, second row.
Adriana Sparks with MAC Sports. This is for Kaidon and Tyren. Can you tell us a little bit about how this changes things for you guys in your future athletics? What does it mean to you? What's your greatest lesson for playing in a game of this caliber?
Yeah, like, it really wouldn't change nothing because we wouldn't be playing a team this big unless, with us being in Conference USA, we wouldn't be playing a team this big unless we are in a big ball game like this every year. And although we do wish to make this big game every year, the competition that we're playing is, hold on, I just forgot the question.
Just to piggyback off what he said,
It's on the right track.
yeah, I think we both understand what got us here. So I don't really think we would change anything. I think the guys, I think they know like the situation, like being here now, like they have that experience, you know. So I think they know what they have to do. I think they're not shy of the moment anymore. I think they're going to be more than ready to have that opportunity at this place.
What you said.
Well, thank you, gentlemen. This will conclude today's press conference with Liberty. Congratulations on a wonderful season.
Thank all y'all that's followed us, and we appreciate y'all writing good things about us. Thank you.